A very good afternoon to all our viewers and welcome back once again. What should be a promising day of cricket. We do have a couple of games back to back. It's a double header. It's a Super Saturday and it's match number 11 of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. King of Sultans already off to a great start. 2 wins under the belt against a very destructive side full of stars, Dubai Royals. So this is going to be a very intriguing contest between two champion sides here in the domestic circuit. Then just a short while ago, I was there in the middle with the two captains for the flip of the coin. Well, it's a Super Saturday here in the Tolerance Oval Abu Dhabi where we're all set and in readiness for match number 11 of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. And we're expecting to have another high-octane, a fascinating game of cricket. It's time now to introduce you to the star cast of this game on Hamid Khan. टारगेट ठीक रहेगा चेंजेस प्लेइंग 11 में चलिए बेस्ट ऑफ लक गिव्स इधर टारगेट विकेट पे लगता है कि रिस्ट्रिक्ट करेंगे डिफेंड करेंगे तो ठीक रहेगा इस विकेट पे बड़े तो उस मैच को काफी changes playing 11 best of luck gives a good game. Well, that's the news and the confirmation coming in from the center is that King of Sultans, they won the toss and they've decided to bat first. I think it's a really good toss to win, and Sandeep Singh Sandhu, you could see that it's a really good wicket, and I think plenty of runs to be scored on this very track. It's a really good surface. Two very talented looking sides, of course, talking about Dubai Royals. They won a big game in the last encounter against Kelvin Cricket Club with a big margin. So let's have a quick rundown of the two playing 11, starting off with the Dubai Royals. Nadir Hussain, Abdul Ghaffar. Hamid Khan hasn't really got going so far in this tournament, and alongside his partner Ronak Panoli too, hasn't really got his form, but this could be his afternoon. Wali Afridi, Wasim Akram, the left arm pacer, Gul Junaid Shamsu missed out to his 100, Mayank Chaudhary, Tausif and Mohammad Taimur. So quite a formidable, balanced looking side of Dubai Royals. And of course, King of Sultans, they've already had a great run in this tournament. 4 points to the table, couple of wins under the belt. Javo, Abdul Muqtadar Babar, Anis Sami, Irfan Yusufzai. He's having a great run in this tournament. Sandeep Singh Sandhu also, he's been amongst the runs lately. Tarindu Pereira, Wajahat, but Zafar Yassin bowled exceptionally well in the first game. Anas Khan, Zuhair Iqbal, and good to see Masood Gurbaz gets into the playing 11. So yeah, there you go. The players are out there. Yet again, the temperature is hovering somewhere around 42 degrees. It's extremely hot and humid out there. That is certainly going to test the temperament, their patience out there in the middle. It's not going to be all that easy, especially for Dubai Royals, because they've been put into bowl first. But this is going to be a very tough contest, I believe, for both the teams. Quite a few stars in both the sides. Zishan Nasir, he's missing out in this game, so there are few players who are getting a chance in this contest. So yeah, it's a super Saturday here in Abu Dhabi. Two back-to-back games. And I promise you this is going to be an exciting day of cricket. Two umpires out there in the center. I think it should be Wasim Akram. He's the one who's been looking to attack with the new ball. He's someone who does have vast experience on his shoulders, no doubt. And there you go, the field set up. Still setting up the field though. So having a deep third man in place, and let's see the second fielder maybe should be a deep square leg. That has been the norm we've seen for the left arm fast bowlers, having a deep square and a deep third man in position. This is going to be a good little contest. Right then, here we go. Wasim Akram charging in for the very first time this afternoon. And straight away gets off the mark. Well, these are the two openers who really have found it a little difficult so far in this tournament to be getting good starts for the team, really put those early runs on the board. And it's not that they haven't really been getting those starts. They are getting the starts, but the problem is once they get into the 20s, they've been throwing away the wicket. And so much is expected from this destructive pair, Hamid Khan. Of course, we know that he's been making a lot of damage early on. Oh, beautifully ball. That's a very good delivery. And this is where now the expertise will come into play. Wasim Akram, he's someone who is very unpredictable. Usually see left-arm fast bowlers, you know what's coming next. They will look to bring the ball in towards a right-hander. But talking about Wajahat Butt and Masood Gurbaz, I think both of these two batters, they will look to give their team a good start. Oh, it was Masood Gurbaz who was anxious to take a quick single, but careful. That's the most horrible way to really lose your wicket early on. That too in such an important contest. Of course, we know that King of Sultans, they're having a great run in this tournament already. Couple of wins under the name, 4 points on the table. That always puts you in a very commanding position early in the tournament. So they are surely riding high in confidence, and they're talking about Dubai Royals. It's going to be a wide, and oh, what just happened there? A comedy of errors behind the stumps, and they've literally just gifted an extra run. So yeah, talking about the journey of Dubai Royals, the first game, they were on the verge of winning against a young, talented side of Daila Battery Gorilla 11. It did look like it was a pretty much one-sided contest, but then those last over where 36 runs were pulled off by Yahya Ali, and they went on to win the game against a top quality side of Dubai Royals. And then of course they came in really hard. They came with a bang, and they went on to beat Kelvin Cricket Club by a big margin of 136 runs. Smashes head towards long on. This is going to be a long chase. It's a lightning quick outfield here in Abu Dhabi Tolerance Oval. So you do get value for your shots every time you manage to find the gaps. It's a good little inclusion. Masood Gurbaz, of course, a genuine opener, and his role is defined, and that is to really ensure he gets his team off to a flying start. That is what he's been doing consistently throughout this season. And he is in some touch. This is high up in the air. Easy chance. Oh, on the second attempt, he somehow held on to this. He did fumble, but then again, just kept his eyes on the ball. And Wasim Akram strikes early. That was a nothing shot, really. I mean, the front foot going nowhere. You can see even he lost his balance when he was trying to hit the shot. It was more like a slog, but does well on the second attempt. I think it's the captain himself, Hamid Khan, takes a simple catch to dismiss Wajahat. 4 for 1. Another batter who's done exceptionally well so far in this tournament. He does have runs to his name, but this is going to be a different challenge altogether because you're facing the likes of someone who is at the moment bowling right on the money. That's going to be a wide. It's quite surprising that Sandeep Singh Sandhi, he's held himself back, and I just think he's going to come at the number 4 position, which I'm not too pretty sure if ever so Sandeep Singh Sandhi should be coming lower down the order. I mean, number 4 is still a top order batting position, but then again, knowing the history, it just is a testament to the fact that he's someone who will ensure, who gets you those fiery starts. Yeah, perfect delivery. And good little defense by Abdul Muqtadir. Excellent start by Dubai Royals. It's 5 for 1. Well, it's a perfect start here for Dubai Royals. Wasim Akram striking early in the very first over was right on target. And that's been worked away towards the deep square leg. And I think he did have a bit of chance to really get his hands onto this. But then you can see Mohammad Taimur, he's not a happy man. This could have been another wicket. Masood Gurbaz needs to be a little mindful and careful and just have a look at the field set up by Mohammad Taimur. So the plan is simple. Mohammad Taimur, he's opting to go a little short, and he knows Masood Gurbaz is someone who will fancy his chances to play towards the leg side, towards the deep square. And that's where the fielder is stationed. And that is exactly where it's gone. So I think it's a life given to Masood Gurbaz. Flicked away nicely. Gets a couple of runs. He's an absolute live wire between the wickets is Masood Gurbaz. So you can see that they are on the charts. They're really looking to target and try to take on both the bowlers. Mohammad Taimur, of course, another quality right-arm medium pace bowler. It's a natural outswing bowler, but also he has the talent to surprise the batter to bring one in sharply as well. Once again, down towards the leg side, Mohammad Taimur needs to be a little careful. He's bowling in his favorite areas. He doesn't really have much protection. Obviously, it's the second over, which is into the power play. So just that one fielder protecting towards the leg side. It's a 5-4 field set at the moment. A fine leg, a short mid on, and a deep square leg for Masood Gurbaz. And the same field will be for Abdul Muqtadar Babar, who I don't think so will be holding himself back for a long time. He's knocked him over. What a terrific delivery by Mohammad Taimur. Full straight, and he's breached the defense of Muqtadar. This is a perfect start for Dubai Royals. They get their second. And King of Sultans opting to bat first. So far, the decision hasn't really paid off in their favor. But what a terrific start by Dubai Royals. It's 12 for 2. Well, surely King of Sultans will be needing his services. Anis Sami, of course, was the player of the match in the last game, took his team over the line. It was such a tight game, but this man on the screen, Anis Sami, really stood tall, showed a lot of character, and what a tremendous knock he played. And in the end, in the last over, they eventually went on to win the game. That was a really tight game, and Hayes surely would be coming in with a lot of confidence, but this is a different challenge altogether. It's a day game, and also he's going to be facing the likes of two quality medium fast bowlers. Nice little punch, confident looking stroke. You can see the way he's coming onto the ball. And he's someone really is technically very correct and sound. You won't really see Anis Sami just coming in and throwing the kitchen sink at. Will try to go for the big shots right away the moment he's walked in. He will give a bit of time in the middle, and once he gets his eye in the middle, that's where, if ever so it's required, he will look to shift gears. Already we've seen quite a few extras. That is something which Dubai Royals, they need to be a little mindful of. We did see plenty of extras even the last game. Don't want to be releasing any sort of pressure from the batters. Surely they're at the back foot. They've lost a couple of very important wickets, and Sandeep Singh Sandy, no signs of Sandeep Singh Sandy so far. Watchfully played, and good little quick single by Anis, opening his account with a single. Excellent over by Mohammad Taimur. It's 14 for 2. Well, not the desired start for King of Sultans. Already 2 wickets have fallen away just into the third over of this contest. Slightly uppish, but on the up. Hasn't really timed it, but then again, he's certainly got enough bat on this one. And he's Sami is so elegant and stylish every time he's looking to play along the carpet. And that was a delightful stroke to get his first boundary this afternoon. Lovely delivery. That's a really good comeback. Wasim Akram is someone that you won't really expect him to bowl any kind of looseness. He's someone who is pretty consistent, especially with his lines. He'll ensure he keeps it somewhere around the fourth stump channel, and from there he does have the tendency to move the ball. Good to see he's having a slip in place, and why not? When you've already gotten a couple of wickets in your kitty, you would always would want to have that aggressive approach early on in the power play. Nicely turned down towards deep mid. But also, I would want to add that the two batters really, I mean, I think they've thrown away the wicket. It's not that the couple of deliveries Wasim and Temur ball, they were unplayable or it just did a bit too much off the surface, off the air. But just good deliveries on a good length, and they could have played a better shot. The shot selection could have been much better. And playing rash shots, both the batters, and have thrown away the wicket way too early. This is where you really need to add some value to your wicket. You need to assess the wicket. Now, close. This could be a run out. It's all happening out there. Masood and Anis Sami need to have a quick word with each other. Two wickets already have been fallen. You don't want to be losing another wicket in the power play in a form of a run out. That is going to be disaster for KOS. Dominant performance, dominant start by Dubai Royals. After they were asked to bowl first, and Hamid Khan, the captain, who did seem pretty confident during the toss, mentioned that he too was looking to bowl first, so he did get what he was after. And yeah, he said restricting on this particular surface 170, 180 is chaseable, and I think he's absolutely right. We've seen even 200 being chased down. It's a really good wicket to bat on. There's not much happening in the surface. Slightly uppish, but he's placed it to perfection to get another boundary. So what did look like a quiet over in the end, Anis Sami playing it with the straighter bat, playing a nice little on drive. That's one shot which is completely gone out of the coaching manual. 24 for 2 after 3. They move to continue, already a wicket to his name. Oh, that's a wayward delivery, and he's done exceptionally well behind the stumps. Otherwise, there was 5 wides written all over it. And that's not the first time. I did mention that Mohammad Temur is just trying to overdo. So far as what I've seen, he's just trying to bowl way too quick, and this is where he's losing his rhythm, his balance. With the new ball, what you need to do is just keep things simple. That's a much better delivery. And I really keep on saying that the fast bowlers at times really get a little carried away once they see that they're not able to pick up wickets. So you need to just go back to your bases and just try to keep your line and length intact. And just from that good length area, we know that both these bowlers, Mohammad Taimur and Wasim Akram, they have the tendency to move the ball. Knocked him over once again. What a terrific delivery. And that's exactly what I was mentioning. Get your basics right, pitch the ball up. And he has certainly disturbed the stumps right through the gates. And that is yet again a massive breakthrough. They are now under some serious trouble, our King of Sultans, as they lose their third. It's 25 for 3. Well, so much now is going to be expected from the captain. Of course, they're missing the services of Javod this afternoon. But hey, he is Sandeep Singh Sandhi, the man who's one of the top run getters in this tournament so far. Another wide delivery. Yeah, the captain won't really mind Hamid Khan if ever so Taimur is going to bowl a couple of wides. What he does, he bowls a couple of waiver deliveries, but then eventually goes on to pick up a wicket. Well, this is a terrific start. After they were asked to bowl first, Hamid Khan, he was pretty much happy with that decision to come in to bowl in these conditions. And yeah, coming back to my point, I did just mention at times the bowlers, they tend to get a little carried away when they see that they're not really getting wickets in their favor, and they overdo it. They try to bang in short, they try to bowl it way too full. I mean, with the new ball, those 6 deliveries have to be consistent. This is where the batter has to do something different. Try to create room, maybe shuffle across the stumps, maybe try to use his feet. So it's always really a difficult task for the batter. Your job is simple. You need to just get your basics right. I mean, there's no rocket science as a fast bowler to come in and run and bowl in the right areas. These men, they do a lot of hard work behind the scenes, hours and hours of practice sessions in the nets where they come in and nail in those boxes where the coaches they just make those small little boxes in the good length areas, and they ask you to target and try to pitch the ball as many times as you can. So yeah, these men in the center, they're very talented, but it's just that at times get a little carried away. Yeah, that's a really good shot by Sandeep Singh Sandhi. He's continuing from where he left off in the last game. And so much now is going to be dependent on the captain. And the margin of error, it's really minimal against Sandeep Singh Sandhi. You can see that ball ever so did come in towards Sandeep Singh Sandhi, drifting towards the leg side, and smartly just using the pace, knowing the fine leg was in the circle. That was always a safe shot selection. Well, the conditions out there, it's very hot and humid. It's as simple as that. Let's not even drag as to how the weather here is in this part of the region. It's somewhere around 42, 43 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. And also, it's hot, it's humid. There's hardly any breeze whatsoever. So, hats off to these men. And I hope they ensure they get those electrolytes going in their system. They would want to make sure they're hydrated. On the other end, Temur is done with a successful but a lengthy over. It's the end of over number 4, 30 for 3. They're right on course. The men in yellow, the fast bowlers, they did see there is something to offer for the fast bowlers. The only condition is that you need to ensure you pitch the ball up. And here he is, Ali Afridi, another talented right arm medium fast. Starts off well. Good little back foot punch. Now, so much is going to be dependent on these two. Bit of a fumble. You don't want to be really allowing the batters to come back into this contest. So, yeah, talking about Sandeep Singh Sandhi, I did just mention in the last over, he's, I think, the number 2 run scorer. I need to have a quick check on this. And also Anis Sami, who was the player of the match. So, we have the 2 player of the matches in the last 2 games. In the first match, it was Sandeep Singh Sandhi. And in the last game where we saw Anis Sami, his heroics taking his team over the line and was adjudged the player of the match. So this is the pair which really needs to stay in the center for the next 6 to 7 overs. Try to ensure they stitch up a partnership. But if ever so, at this point of the game, Sandeep Singh Sandhi, which we know that's really hard, it would be really hard for him to hold himself back and not to play those aerial shots. He needs to just go against his natural gameplay, which is to now stay in the center. So it's going to be interesting to see as to what is his approach going to be from this stage of the game. And I personally think that he's not going to hold back. He'll just back his natural gameplay and will look to go hard. At times it does go in your favor, but let's see if it pays off. They're already 3 down. That's the only concern. Slams it down the ground, but could have been a fielding. Dubai Royals, they're really charged up. You can see the energy levels are pretty high in the middle. Of course, coming in this contest with a lot of confidence. They went on to win the last game by a big margin of 136 runs. So this is one team to really look out for. And of course, talking about the 2 openers, they will come out in the next innings. Hamid Khan and Ronak Panoli. Slightly uppish. Could have been an absolute screamer. But Sandeep Singh Sandhi, he's punched this nicely. And luckily, it didn't stick into his hand. He did jump. He did time his jump to perfection, but just could not get his hand onto it. Could have been a massive blow. If you go on to lose the captain Sandeep Singh Sandhi at this point of the game, I think then even 150 would look pretty far. Pulled away, it's high up in the air, and it's gone for a maximum. He's taking the charge, and that's exactly what I assumed and predicted. He's not going to hold back. If he's in his zone, in his arc, Sandeep Singh is someone who's really going to make the bowler pay. And the decision to bring Wali Afridi hasn't really paid off so far. So this is already a very positive start by Sandeep Singh, the captain. Wali Afridi under the pump. Very smart and sensible cricket by Sandeep Singh. Good over, 14 runs accumulated in the fifth over. It's 44 for 3. A new bowler, Abdul Ghaffar, another talented left arm military medium pace bowler, will be looking to bowl the last over of the power play. Hasn't really had the best of tournament so far. He was a little expensive even in the first game, but then again, nothing to take away from Abdul Ghaffar. He's someone who does carry quite a bit of experience. He knows how to be bowling under these situations where you know that the batters are going after you. He's having a deep mid wicket alongside a deep third man and a short mid with a fine and a mid on. So it's a 5-4 field for Sandeep Singh Sandhi. You really need to have a plan and a strategy every time you come into ball to Sandeep Singh. Anis Sami, on the other end, I think he's just going to hold one end. He'll play the role of a second fiddle. He'll ensure he holds one end and not try to be over aggressive. He could have played a bit more freely, but the problem and the challenge is the wicket column. They were lost 3 in the power play. So they're now in a situation where they're desperate to find a partnership. And these are the two recognized batters who are having a great run so far in this tournament. And he slams it towards long off, gets another boundary to his name. So they're now getting a few runs to their name. Very positive approach. Abdul Ghaffar yet again opting to bang it short and also a lot of width offered. And somebody like Anis Sami, his eyes lit up and really read the length way too early. And with that kind of a pace, I don't really think it's going to be a problem for somebody like Anis Sami, who's already having plenty of runs in this tournament. Yeah, that's much better. Back of the length, slightly adjusting his length. Abdul Ghaffar. It's going to be interesting to see as to when spinners are going to be introduced in the contest. Sandeep Singh Sandhu, we saw in the last game, the spinners made life a bit tough for Sandeep Singh Sandhu. They were targeting him onto the stumps. They were making him cut the ball. He's not the most. He's not the most effective and the strongest cutters we have in the domestic circuit. He's someone who will look to pull you, look to really play down the ground. It's going to be a long chase. Couple of more. Oh, in fact, it's only a single. That could have been easy 2 runs, but eventually they decided to just stick to one. So already a very eventful start to this game. Very promising game to we expect, of course. It is the clash of the Titans. We have quite a few stars in both the playing 11s. Oh, that ball just ever so slightly holding up to the surface and deceiving Anis. I mean, nonetheless, it's a good little over for KOS. 6 gone, 52 for 3. Power play done and dusted. Well, yeah, Afridi will now have the privilege to bowl a bit more freely. But they do have the runs on the board, 52 in the first 6 overs. That's a really good score that they have piled on. But the only issue I did mention, the wickets column. And that's what happens when you lose wickets in the power play. There's a lot of pressure on the middle order batters when they come into bat against a top quality bowling lineup. But Sandeep Singh Sandhi and Anis Sami, these are the two batters who are really having a great run fest in this tournament. Two top run getters so far for King of Sultans. They're out there in the center. And this is one way to go about. At times I've seen the fast bowlers, the medium paces, they're missing the plot on the surface. I mean, all the teams participating in this tournament, they've at least played a single game on this wicket, and they know that every time you're looking to bowl a little slower, the variations play a huge role. Those cutters, slow bumpers, even you could try to bowl in those block hole. Yeah, he did try to bowl the Yorker, but just missing his length altogether. Juicy full toss in the end. So they're going along well, Anis Sami and Sandeep Singh. It's just that they need to ensure they keep the momentum in their favor. Don't want to be losing a wicket at this stage because there's a lot of overs to go. Pulled away. There is protection. So he's having a deep mid wicket, a deep square leg. And that's the right approach. If ever so you're looking to bowl short stuff, maybe bowl a couple of short deliveries, take all the pace off, and then fire one. You need to be unpredictable on these surfaces, rather. They're doing a decent job. Sandeep Singh and Anis Sami, they know their potential and their capability that there's someone who can shift gears at any stage of the game. But at the moment, the need of the hour and the demand of the current situation is as such that they need to stay out there. They've got the runs on the board. We know that they could really have those couple of huge overs to their name. They just need to pick a bowler. But so far, they're constructing this innings really well, these two. Nicely cut away. That's a good shot, but unfortunately, he's gone straight to Wasim Akram. Will be a dot to close out the seventh over. It's 56 for 3. Going along well, Anis Sami alongside the captain Sandeep Singh Sandhi. It's just going to be a matter of time where we will see Sandeep Singh Sandhi really will look to go hard against the bowlers. Maybe they could be targeting Abdul Ghaffar, as I did mention that he's someone who's had a great season last year, but this season he's been a little off color. He's lost a bit of pace as well. A genuine bowling all rounder. He's very handy with the bat as well. Usually comes into bat at the latter part of the innings and gets you those quick, fiery 25 30s. A match winner, Abdul Ghaffar. Crashed away, but will only be a single. So boundaries have dried up. It's not all that easy to get runs. And Dubai Royals, of course, they're a team. They play a lot of domestic cricket in this part of the region. Of course, they play a lot of cricket back in Dubai, in Sharjah. So they're aware and they have assessed this wicket beautifully. It's their third game. A loss in the first, of course, against a talented team of Daila Battery Gorilla 11, and then a big win against Kelvin Cricket Club. There you go. Every time you're looking to take the pace off, you try to bang the ball short, rolling your fingers over. It has been effective for the bowlers. Pace off is the right way to go about. And you can see he was way too early through his shot, was Sandeep Singh Sandhi. But one thing KOS, they need to ensure they get somewhere around 180, even 190 from here. And I'll tell you why. So if ever so you don't get big runs on this wicket, where we know it's really difficult for the bowlers to get wickets. Yeah, in the start it's the right time with the ball is new. We did see Wasim Akram and Taimur bowling well. Because Dubai Royals, they bat very deep. Hamid Khan and Ronak Panoli will come out to open. You've got the likes of Gul, then you've got the likes of Junaid Shamsu, Mayank Chaudhary, UAE cap cricketer. Then you have Nadir Hussain as well. So this is where the men in green out there, they need to be mindful that they get a good fighting score. If ever so they get on to 150, 160, I don't really think it's going to be enough. Yeah, nothing to take away from the bowlers of KOS. They too are doing exceptionally well. Zafir Yassin, the left arm spinner, he's been quite impressive. Irfan Yusufzai, he's bowling with a lot of pace and control. But on these wickets, you would always want to desire to get big runs, especially against this champion side of the Dubai Royals. Single to close out the 8th over. It's 60 for 3. So we're going to see spin for the very first time in this contest. Ronak Paloli has had a decent outing so far, but left arm bowling when there is a left-handed batter. Let's see if this decision pays off. Hits it inside out. And that's exactly what I was mentioning. It's always a risky move to bring a left arm spinner on this kind of a wicket where there's hardly anything to offer for the spinners. It's a belter of a track. It's a batting paradise, and Anis Sami starts off well. But yeah, it's good to see Ronak Panoli is back in action with the ball. I remember in the last season or so, he didn't bowl all that much. He's a quality all-rounder, of course, a batting all-rounder, a gun fielder. And of course, really, I have to mention, I mean, there's so many cricketers recently, they've gone on to the UAE camp. They've got a call from the UAE Emirates Cricket Board camp to come into practice. And of course, that's where you would want to be. Aftab Alam, of course, Muhammad Irfan. Those are the two cricketers. They've joined the UAE camp lately. That's been smacked away, but it's straight into the hands. And this is the reason I was praising Ronak Paloli. He's a genuine wicket taker. And that is the reason he was brought into the attack to pick up a wicket. And here it is, slightly short. And Sandeep Singh Sandhi, he thought it was there to be hit, but what a magnificent catch. And Ronak Panoli strikes in his very first over. It's 67 for 4. Back after the drinks break, and I think there was a very good move by the captain Hamid Khan, opting to go with the left arm spinner Ronak Panoli. Yeah, there was an element of risk having a left-handed batter at the crease, but there you go. Captain showing a lot of faith and trust in Ronak Panoli, and he's struck in his very first over. I think Ronak Paloli's batting has been outstanding throughout these years lately. I mean, he's someone who's been consistently scoring runs across age group and in domestic cricket. Showed tremendous talent, Ronak Panoli, and also he's very mature every time he comes on to bat at the crease. It's quite surprising, really. He hasn't gone on to become an established member of the UAE national team. Of course, remains one of the most accomplished domestic batters yet to make a significant impact at international level. We'll keep the chat alive after this over. It's 67 for 4. So just when the pendulum was shifting in the favor of KOS, it was the magic arm of Ronak Panoli. He strikes, getting an important breakthrough, finally disengaging a partnership which was looking quite threatening in the middle. And yeah, it's the right move to bring Junaid Shamsu at this stage. Another bowler who's very consistent, will look to ball in those right areas. Right on the money. will look to keep on targeting the stumps. Javo, the new batter, hasn't really gotten much of chance to bat in this tournament. But here he is. This is a great opportunity to really take your team out of this dig hole which they've gotten themselves into. Plenty of overs to go. If ever so, the men in yellow, they go on to pick up Sami at this stage. I think then it'll become really difficult to even get 150 from this stage. Because he's the one who's been the top performer for King of Sultans. Thick outside edge. And luckily that has gone away from the keeper behind the stumps. Good little punch. Now, what they need to ensure is their objective has to be to play out all the 20 overs. What's going to happen if ever so there's a couple of quiet overs, and if Sami gets frustrated, there's a high possibility he might just play a rash stroke and give away his wicket. Now, this is high up in the air. This could be a big moment in the game. Oh, who was it? It was Ronak Panoli. I mean, he's this one of the gun fielders they have in their side. I'm not too sure what happened there. But then again, if ever so you'd have wanted anyone to be underneath this catch, it had to be Ronak Panoli. He's a fine fielder. But on that occasion, he's missed a big opportunity. They have dropped Sami when he was batting on 31. We'll have to wait and see how costly this could be proving, because can't be afford to be giving a life to Sami. I did mention he's someone who is having a great run fest in this tournament. He's been the backbone of his team, and this is the stage where you would want Sami to bat right till the end. Don't want to be losing him at this juncture of the game. Nicely ball, excellent delivery by Junaid. It's a good start, giving away only 3 runs in his first. It's 70 for 4 after 10. Ronak will continue, of course. The man who disengaged a vital partnership between the two. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, the captain, he was looking in ominous touch. Started off well, got the runs on the board, but just couldn't convert the 20 into a big one. And surely his services were required. You needed somebody like Sandeep Singh Sandhi, because he can really blast the bowling. He can get those couple of big overs for his team. But yeah, Ronak Panoli is someone who you could not keep him away from the game for a long time. Of course, you will see him come on to bat in the next innings. A very explosive right-handed batter. It's always entertaining to see when Ronak comes on to bat. And at the moment, all eyes and focus on his bowling, because he's doing a fine job for his team. And mind you, he came on to bowl at a situation where two batters were set and they were going along well. And Sandeep is someone who can really destroy your figures. He can destroy you in 1 over. But Ronak stood tall. And he was up for the challenge. He's a fighter. He's a warrior, no doubt. He's been around the domestic circuit for quite a long time. And he's been such a consistent performer for any side he goes on to play. He's made a lot of name for himself, has Ronak Panoli. Now tosses one up. He goes downtown. And that's a good connection by Javo, and this is what is required. They need that one big over just to get the net run rate back on track. Boundaries dried. There's hardly any maximums we've seen. That was a very brave hit by Javo. Quick little single to retain strike in the next over. So productive over for KOS. It's 80 for 4. Some aggressive intent shown by Javo in the last over. Outside edge, very close to the keeper. I just have a feeling that the reaction was a bit too late. Don't really think he was ready. Yeah, you can see Junaid Shamsu, he's not a happy man. He's just having a word with the keeper behind the stumps, and I completely agree with Junaid Shamsu. That was very close to the keeper and was caught napping. That could have been easily another wicket. But yeah, the lengths have been pretty consistent by Junaid Shamsu so far in this tournament. Doesn't really bowl with a lot of pace, but you would want somebody like Junaid Shamsu in your team. As we speak, that's been punched away very nicely by Anis Sami. He's such a good timer of the cricket ball. Anis Sami, you can see that it never looked like it's going to go towards the boundary. But how beautifully he's managed to find that slight bit of gap and toying around with the field, knowing the mid-off was in the circle. That was always a safe shot to opt. Yeah, talking about Janesh Shamsu, you would always want to have a bowler like him who will come after the power play, have a field towards the leg side. He's having a couple of fielders down in the deep towards the leg. And of course, does rely on his variations. He's got a very nice slower delivery, back of the hand. So, of course, experience it plays a vital role. And this man on his screen, he's got vast experience on his shoulders. That's going to be another boundary. So, Anis Sami, he's continuing the onslaught. He's getting in these important runs, just releasing pressure from his team. So far, it has been a dominant performance by Dubai Royals, losing 3 wickets early on, and then we saw Ronak Panoli picking up one of the most important wickets in this innings of the captain himself, Sandeep Singh Sandhi. He could have made a vast and a big difference. And as we speak now, Dinesh Shamsu is opting to make a slight bit of adjustment in the field. The third man comes in and he's pushed the mid-off back. That's yet again a super shot. Wow. He looks so stylish and elegant every time he looks to play straight down the ground. That was a proper cricketing stroke and it's come right off the middle of his blade. Getting another boundary, so it's a massive over. Already 15 runs have been looted and there's another delivery to go. They will surely push to come back for the second. In fact, he will get it easily in the end. It's 50 for Anis Sami. What a terrific and a calculated knock by Anis Sami. Back-to-back 50s. And this is such an important knock that he's played for his team, getting them out of this dig hole. It's 96 for 4. Ronak will continue, did well in the last over. I just have a feeling maybe Javo could be the one who could now play the role of an aggressor. They have the runs on the board. Javo, he's already got his eye in the middle. Anis Sami is someone who can really stay right till the end and explode in the last 4 to 5 overs, but you don't want to be losing Anis Sami at this stage of the game, and that's where I think Ronak Panoli will take his chances, maybe just try to flight a little bit. Single isn't going to bother Team Dubai Royals. In fact, it's going to be a couple of runs. Not the best of fielding in the deep, and Ronak is not going to like this. You really need to ensure you're on your toes. You don't want to be letting this game get out of your hand. I mean, they started off so well. 100 comes up as we speak. It's come at a good time. 13th over in progress. I think this too should be another couple of runs. In fact, they settle only for a single. So now runs are coming thick and fast. A massive over coming in the last over. Not too sure if we're going to see more of Junaid Shamsu, because Anis Sami was picking the lengths way too easily. Sensible cricket by Javo. 12 run a ball to his name. On the other end, Anis Sami yet again getting his team out of a tough situation where there was quite a bit of pressure. There were nerves out there for the batters. Excellent bit of fielding. And that's what you need really to uplift the mood of your camp. But Ronald Panoli, he's done a decent job. And I have a feeling that, of course, he should be looking to bowl the fourth over. If ever so he doesn't go for a maximum, then that'll put a bit of a doubt in the mind of the captain, Hamid Khan. So he needs to finish off strong. Very smart. This is good cricket by Ronak Paloli. They have gotten the 2 runs, but still you could see that he fired it away from the arc of Anis because he saw him coming down the track. It's the end of over number 13, 104 for 4. Yeah, no surprises. Junaid Shamsu has been taken out of the attack because he was struggling, especially with his lengths. He was bowling a bit too short, and Anis was severe against him. And here he is, Temur, back into the attack. That's right on the money. It's a loud appeal. I think the angle has saved Javo. That was full and straight, and yeah, he's just having a polite chat, an inquiry with the umpire as to why the decision was against him. Well, that was a very good delivery. On the up, as a fast bowler, you come in your second spell, and you're right on the money because that was full, it was straight, it was right onto the stump. So I think just that little bit of swing in the end did save Javo. Now this is going to be interesting. Temur to Anis Sami. Still, I will believe that Dubai Royals, they're having an upper hand in this contest. But I did mention that we've seen 200 is easily being chased down on this very wicket. And also, all the viewers watching this game, of course, they understand cricket very well, and they're seeing that there's not much happening on the surface. Yes, but when we see that the fast bowlers, they beg your pardon, the ball short and roll their fingers. That's where the ball does hold up into the surface and never really arrives to the batters. I just have a feeling that after this over, we will see that they will look to go hard, especially if ever so Ronak Panoli balls another over. He's a spinner, and of course will bring the ball in towards Anis Sami. So Anis Sami should be a little smart in his approach and try to ensure he plays the majority of the deliveries if ever so Ronak balls the next over. Pulls it away, but no real timing and power behind it. Only a single isn't going to be a problem whatsoever for Dubai Royals at this stage. The projected score is stating at 158, and that is not going to be enough. And I'm pretty much optimistic. They're not even looking for 158. KOS, they would be eyeing somewhere around 175, 180. They do have the firepower to achieve that kind of a target. It's not going to be easy, though, as we know that Dubai Royals, they're having quality bowlers in their lineup. Oh, that's a vicious bumper. It just hurried on to Javo. And Mohammad Taimur is someone who can bowl these sharp snoters to the batters because he's tall. He's someone who's privileged with a lot of pace. Into the 14th over, and he's done exceptionally well. Hasn't conceded a boundary. So the next over, I just have a feeling something's got to give. And I think it's the right time really to introduce even Wasim Akram after Ronak is done for the evening. You don't want to be holding Wasim Akram right for the end of this innings. I think it's the right time to bring him now. You need the wicket of Anis Sami. Why to wait right till the end? Get your premier bowler right now. It's 110 for 4. So yeah, we're not going to see Ronak Panoli. It is Wasim Akram. So that's a really bold move. A very good captaincy here. He realizes that this partnership is looking quite threatening. So what he's done is brought his main premier bowler back into the attack, not waiting for the 18th and the 20th over. He's not really looking and thinking about the latter part of the innings. He knows this is the time where you need to get rid of either of these two batters. Java 2 is getting it from the middle. Anis Sami, you can see what he's done, 59 and 38. So, yeah, very good leadership here. And a very good decision by Hamid Khan. He switched on and is making some bold moves in the middle. Java, I think, now will have the license to go hard against anything which comes to his way. Oh, very close. And how did this miss the stumps? Just going over the top. It was marginally close to the middle stump. Just that extra bit of bounce has saved Javo. Otherwise, that was going to go crash onto the stumps. Now, this is where it's going to be a test for Javo because I'm sure he's played a lot of domestic cricket, but not too sure that if ever so he's been playing against these quality bowlers. I mean, Wasim Akram is someone who's played a lot of franchise cricket as well. He's made a lot of name for himself. Quite popular around the world is the man steaming in, who will have to go back and reload. Yeah, I think he's done well just to pull off because there was a mighty bit of adjustment to be made in the field. So he's having the third man in the circle alongside the fine in, deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, and a deep cover. So it just gives an indication it has to be short or either right onto the stumps, full delivery. That's been flicked away, and that's not a very good delivery. I just stated, looking at the field, we did expect Wasim Akram to bang in shot with the field setup he had, but rather what he's done is bowled a little full, and also the line was not right. It was a hit me delivery. Having the fine in the circle, you're always asking for trouble. That will surely give a lot of confidence to Javo, striking a boundary against a top quality bowler, Wasim Akram. Direct hit is required, but will only be a single in the end. So, yeah, that's much better. It's going to be very tough for the batter to really get the ball past the fine leg fielder because Wasim Akram took all the pace off. So the batter had to really use his power and force. There would have been an element of risk, also the ball ballooning up in the air. So Javo just being a little careful. He's done the right thing. I think it's a very sensible approach. Getting a boundary, get off strike. Give it to the man who's really having a good outing so far. Shot has been punched away nicely, and he's got a lot of bat on this one. That is a terrific shot. What tremendous striking by Anis. And he has launched this out of the park, and he's picked the length so early and sent it soaring over the boundary. This is a match winning innings. He's still out there. The Royals need to be mindful that Anis Sami is someone who can really provide that much needed impetus into the innings. He's turning on the heat. Another good productive over so far for KOS. One more delivery. Just maybe see the over off of Wasim. And that is exactly what he does. Very smart batting by Anis Sami. Also will retain strike in the next over. It's 123 for 4. I think they've done well from being 25 for 3 at one stage and then 67 for 4. That partnership of between rather Anis Sami and Sandeep Singh Sandhi have taken them to a respectable score so far. Of course, there's another 5 more overs to be bowled. So can they get another 60, 65 runs? Pretty much possible on this kind of a surface. I think even 70 is possible. So 180, 190 is still on the cards. Yeah, if ever so, it was a good wicket for bowling and there was something happening in the surface, it would have been a different story altogether. But this wicket, I think it's going to be a tough ask for the bowlers. Lovely. Perfect Yorker, nailed in the block hole area. And so far, it's a decent start. I think he's having a very good outing, Mohammad Taimur. Even in the first ball, he did bowl with a lot of control, did get extra bit of movement early on. Of course, picked up an important wicket of Masood Gurbaz and then knocked the stumps of Abdul Muqtadar. Here he is again bowling his last over. It's not going to be all that easy to get runs or get those boundaries against somebody like Mohammad Taimur. This is high up in the air. And I think that was very close. Mohammad Taimur thinks that could have been a much better effort down in the deep. Change of gloves and also change of the bat for Javo. Almost run a ball for him. Message should be loud and clear. I think Javo should be given the license. Just slog and smash anything which comes your way. He's not a technically correct batter, Javo. He's someone who will just come out and explode and get you those quick runs, and that's what is required at this stage. There you go. That's a better approach. The intent has to be there. I mean, you can't be putting any sort of, or rather, extra pressure on his Sami. He would want somebody to really get runs from the other end as well. Has been a quiet over. Mohammad Temur has been right on the money so far. Hasn't conceded a boundary. Exceptional spell. Would want to finish off strong by bowling. Couple of good deliveries. That's been pulled away very nicely, but yet again, just didn't get the desired timing. So only 5 singles. Javo needs to get one boundary at least in this over. Otherwise, Temur, what a brilliant afternoon he's had. 2 early wickets for him, 2 big wickets, really put the lid on the scoring. That was the time where KOS would have desired to get really runs in the first 6 overs, but they never really allowed Wasim Akram and the man on the screen, Temur Ali, who will now be bowling his last delivery of the innings. And this is high up in the air, but so lucky. Really could have gone anywhere. He's done for the afternoon. Excellent figures. 26 for 2 and 4. End of over number 16 is 129 for 4. It's going to be Wali Afridi reintroduced into the attack. I think he really needs to think before he bowls in this over. Pace is what Java would be looking for, and there you go. Perfect start. Roll of the fingers, good little cutter. And we will see a lot of cutters in this over. Wali Afridi, of course, he's played so much cricket here at the domestic arena. He knows how to come into ball in these situations. He's someone who will come in and ensure he doesn't give you those freebies. Really a special talent. Pulled away once again, and has been a struggle so far. Javo is now having the intent. Clearly, we can see that he's trying his level best to get bat onto the ball, but with minimal success. 23 in 23, that's not enough. It's now high time he needs to put the accelerator on the pedal and get those quick 20 runs for his team. On the other end, Anis Sami, he's going to hold the key, I believe, if they want to get somewhere around 185. Asking the question, very good delivery. Taking the pace off, and you can see that Anis, I think he was expecting the ball to come quicker at him, and was way too early through his shot. Sun is now setting down here in the Tolerance Oval Abu Dhabi. Weather is getting a bit better. There is a slight bit of breeze now, which should help the players in the center. It was scorching heat, mind you, an hour or so ago. This is once again skied up in the air. And Wali Afridi, he's taken, or in fact, he's dropped it. And this is a big, big blow. And that's not the first time we're seeing Anis Sami getting a chance. And it was Wali Afridi. He did call for the catch. He said mine, and then he's made a mess of it. We'll have to wait and see that how costly could this be proving. Anis Sami yet again being put down, batting on 69. This could really make a big difference in the score. If ever so they could have gotten Anis Sami, I think then even 180 would have been an uphill task to climb and get that score. Short delivery, it's a thick top edge, but he wouldn't mind how they come. I think he's made a slight little error here, Wali Afridi. If ever so he wants to ball these slow bumpers, why is he having a long one in position? Get the long one in the circle and have the fine leg deep in the deep towards the fine leg. Get the deep square leg, which he's having. He's having a deep square, deep mid wicket, but the fine leg is in the circle. So you need to be a little switched on. You need to ensure your field is intact. Can't really make these minor errors. I mean, each and every run from here onwards is going to be so important for KOS. Good little partnership being stitched. Of course, they did lose a massive wicket of Sandeep Singh Sandhi, and it was the magical arm of Ronak Panoli. We know that Sandeep Singh Sandhi, if he would have been in the middle at this stage, he could have made a major difference. Low full toss. And we'll look to come back with the second bit of a fumble by Nadir Hussain. Over number 17, done and dusted. It's 137 for 4. Right, then just the last 3 overs remaining. It's going to be Abdul Ghaffar. No surprises. He had a good outing so far. And now this is going to be a different challenge altogether because both the batters are well settled. They've gotten their eye in the middle. Java, of course, will look to go hard on each and every delivery which comes to his way. On the other end, Anis Sami maybe could be thinking to get to his 100, pretty much possible. Beautifully balled, very smart delivery by Abdul Ghaffar. You could see the way he was standing, the stance, it just indicated that Javo was looking to play towards the leg side, towards the onside. And this is where Abdul Ghaffar, he's such a smart bowler. He bowled it full and also he bowled it right in that offside area, offside channel. So he's someone who does bowl with a lot of intelligence. Now this is high up in the air, an easy soft dismissal. Anis Sami, he's played exceptionally well, but Abdul Ghaffar bringing all his experience into play. And look at this, again roll of the fingers, completely deceiving Anis. And that is the delivery which we have seen has been causing a lot of trouble to these batters lately in this tournament. But nonetheless, terrific knock by Anis Sami. Will have to depart. It's 139 for 5. Well, if ever so you're a fan of KOS, you wouldn't have wanted to see the back of Anis Sami at this point of the game because still there's 15 more legal deliveries to be bowled. And here is Tarindu Pereira on strike. Straight away, there's a call of two. Javo, he's quick between the wickets. Yeah, they're going to get it easily eventually. Good bit of running. Excellent calling by Tarindu. The moment he struck that, he knew there's a big pocket towards the leg side. And very smart batting. He knew that there's a big gap. And if ever so you time the ball and just place it towards those areas, there's always two on offer. He ran the first one hard though, applying pressure on the fielder. This is high up in the air. Has he timed this? No, he hasn't. Another wicket goes down and it's Abdul Ghaffar. He's turning on the heat. Well, Tarindu Pereira, he had no options whatsoever but to go hard and big. He did try to do so, but very unlucky, caught at the fence. And they lose another wicket. So this is turning out to be a tremendous over by Abdul Ghaffar, bagging 2 wickets, and he's not done yet in this over. It's 141 for the loss of 6. Excellent captaincy by Hamid Khan. He held back a couple of overs of Abdul Ghaffar because he knows he's someone who's so deceptive in the latter part of the innings. And look at what he's done. He's picked up two very important wickets. And of course, the wicket of Anis, that was a big blow. In comes Anas Khan, no time whatsoever. Maybe just can see off this over and target the next over. In fact, wants to go hard. Will only be a single, but what a terrific over by Abdul Ghaffar. Picking up two wickets. It's 142 for 6. Wali Afridi will be bowling the penultimate over. He's been a little expensive and unlucky as well. Did drop a catch on his own bowling, mind you. But it's not going to be easy. I mean, to just come in at a stage where you don't have any time whatsoever, you really need to swing the bat hard on everything which comes on your way. Java on the other end, I think now the responsibility will shift on his shoulders. He should be the one who should look to take the majority of the strike because he's played 26 deliveries. He knows how this wicket is behaving. So Anas maybe can just take a single and give it to Javo. A thick outside edge. And yeah, gets a single. Just done the right thing. Now this is going to be interesting. Javo, can he get a couple of big hits in this over? We've already seen he did get one huge maximum to his name. But Wali Afridi is a smart and a canny bowler. He reads the batter right till the end, watches the feet movement and then delivers. He's tall and he can bowl with quite a bit of pace. There you go. Such smart bowling I'll be witnessing. And you can see Java is getting a little frustrated now. These cutters have made life so difficult for the batters in this tournament. I think Abu Dhabi, or beg your pardon, Dubai Royals, they've realized that that is the right way to go. It's never all that easy to pick a cutter. So Javo would now be expecting and should be ready for another one. He was. It's high up in the air. It's not gone too far. Will come back for the second. Could be run out. But all's well in the end. So what did look like that they're going to score and surpass 180 is pretty much out of the windows. You never know. I mean, Javo, he's a capable batter, can get you those quick runs when required to do so. But the way these bowlers are bowling, it just looks like it's not going to be all that easy. So far, he's been on the shorter end and he hasn't offered any pace. Maybe he could surprise Javo with one sharp delivery right on the stumps. Beautifully bowled. Another dot delivery. So what a tremendous penultimate over are we witnessing by Wali Afridi. They don't have many runs on the board. They need another 20 runs from somewhere. They need to give something to their bowlers to come into ball because as I just mentioned, that Dubai Royals are a team who have already scored the highest score in this tournament. I think it was 252 if I can recall. Inside edge, Lucky could have easily chopped back onto the stumps nonetheless. What a terrific spell by Wali Afridi. Unlucky, couldn't pick up a wicket, but was economical. It's 146 for 6 after 19. We're going down to the last over. It just looks like that Java has been retired out, and I think maybe the heat has gotten into him. There is excessive heat out there, so maybe just got a little dehydrated in the middle. And in comes Zohair Iqbal. So the first ball he's faced, it's a blessing in disguise for KOS, as Javo has been retired, and in comes Zohair Iqbal, and look at what he's done. He's tonked Abdul Ghaffar for half a dozen. Good attempt down there in the deep by Wasim Akram. Tried to keep the ball in the playing area, but what a start to this over. 150 now comes up for KOS. Can they get another couple of big hits? Get somewhere around 160. Give something to their bowlers, or maybe 170 could be on the cards. Thrashed down the ground. Surely they should be looking to come back for the second. This could be a run out though. Oh, poor throw. 2 runs to offer. So Zohair Iqbal, of course, we will see him in the next innings with the ball. Another new ball specialist. He's someone who does tend to get extra bit of bounce, and this is one kind of a wicket where we've seen the fast bowlers. Every time they come in and run hard with the new ball, they are getting plenty of bounce off this wicket. Hits it hard once again, and how far has this gone? Far enough, gets another maximum to his name. He's turning on the heat, and that is yet again a clean hit. And he knew he's got a lot of bat, a lot of elevation and distance as well. This is turning out to be a very useful over. 14 runs in the first 3 deliveries. And Zohair Iqbal, where was he hiding? Why wasn't he sent up the order? That's one question he could go and ask to his captain after this innings. Beautifully bowled, right in the block hole. Nothing much Zohair could have done. They're coming back for the second. Oh, that's not the best of efforts yet again in the field. They're just allowing them to take these easy runs. Eventually, it's a couple of runs to the telly, and also it's brought back Zohair Iqbal back on strike. Fabulous striking. 16 inches, 4 deliveries. These are very important 16 runs, mind you. It's come in at a stage where they needed these runs desperately. They're going for the single. This could be a run out. Oh, what's happening out there? That is poor effort, really. They're taking it way too easy. I mean, if ever so they're going to lose this game by 2 to 3 runs. These are the moments that they will remember. We already saw them giving 2 runs before this delivery, and now very casual approach by Abdul Ghaffar. Last delivery of this innings. Bowled him. Perfect delivery right onto the stumps. And Hamid Khan played all over it. Nonetheless, terrific bowling performance by Abdul Ghaffar. Bagged in 3 wickets. And was a little expensive in the last over, but did have the last laugh by picking up a wicket. Well, that's how the innings have panned out. Masood Gurbaz missing out today. It was a horrid of a start. The first 3 batters going early, and then the excellent of partnership between Anis and Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Of course, the man of the moment, Anis Sami yet again. 71 and 47 with 3 sixes to his name, with a healthy strike rate as well. Yeah, very impressive bowling. Junaid Shamsu, I think, was very expensive today, but then talk about Ronak Piloli came in and picked up a wicket of Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Abdul Ghaffar, I think, was the pick of the bowlers. Brilliant performance. 3 wickets to his name alongside Taimur as well. 26 only in 4 with a very good economy giving, and also picked up 2 wickets to his name. Right, then we're just going to dive into a short little break, and once we are back, we will be all set for this run chase. Stay tuned. Welcome back after a short little break. The chase is on. 163 is what they've got in the lot at 20 overs. I'm not too sure if that's going to be enough. And here he is, Ronak Paloli, very fierce striker. As I did mention in the first innings that he did get off to a good start in the first couple of encounters, but just could not convert into a big one. Another very destructive batter, Hamid Khan, alongside him. So these two batters really haven't got going in this tournament. They've gotten out early, but this could be their evening. Both of them are due. We just could be in for a lot of entertainment and fireworks because both of them have a similar kind of gameplay. Of course, Ronak Panoli is much more compact. He's someone who's much more technically correct compared to Hamid Khan. On the other hand, Hamid Khan is someone who's a match winner. As simple as that. You don't expect Hamid Khan really to win you each and every game, but if ever so he gets going, he's someone who will win the game for you. He's a genuine match winner. Out of 5 games, he'll win you at least 2 games. And you need such kind of cricketers in your lineup. So it's going to be a challenge for King of Sultans. And it's going to be Zohair Iqbal to bowl his first delivery. And right on the up. Nice little shot by Ronak Paloli. Very stylish, elegant right-handed batter. I did praise him, of course, in the first innings as well as to how special this batter has been throughout these years. Consistent performer. Very confident little cricketer, Ronak Paloli. And also comes out with a very positive intent. Never shies away from a contest, from a challenge. And here he is again. Thumps it down the ground. Gets a boundary to open his account. And Zohair Iqbal needs to understand that the margin of error is really minimal against Ronak Paloli. Look at how quickly he's read the length and dispatched it for a boundary. And also to add insult to injury, Zohair Iqbal, he's overstepped, so it's a free hit. This just could be the evening for Ronak Paloli, who's short of runs in this tournament, is off to a good start, gets a boundary to his name, and now a free hit for Ronak. Oh, pulled away. It's been dispatched out of the ground. What a tremendous strike by Ronak Paloli. He's such a fearful cricketer. And you ball short to him and he'll go bang. What a brilliant stroke. The flow of his bat. He's got really fast hands as Ronak Paloli. And also the positions he gets into so early. Such a special batter. He's up and running. He's putting extra pressure on Zohair Iqbal, who's also a very handy, useful right-arm bowler. He did exceptionally well in the last over with the bat, but now he's not off to the best of starts with the ball. And now showing some finesse is Ronak Paloli. Does well in the end, Lahiru. Already 12 runs in the first 3 deliveries. So that's a perfect start. And that's exactly what they don't need. Is KOS, King of Sultans. They need to ensure they pick up early wickets. If ever so these two get going, I think they will get away with this contest way too early. You will not expect Hamid Khan and Ronak Paloli to just stay out there and just cruise the ship. They will go hard at the bowlers in the first 6 overs. What a shot by Hamid Khan this time. Joins the party. The captain gets his first boundary. There's a lot of stand and deliver these days, and Hamid Khan, who's got a very good eye, clearing his front leg and has thumped this for a boundary. Exquisite timing. And that's a massive over already. 16 runs have been looted. 4 deliveries only bowled, and look at what they've done. They seem to be in a hurry, and this is exactly what I did mention before the start of this innings. These two batters are due. They got out early in both the contests early on. They're making a change in the field. having the deep square now in the circle, and they've pushed the cover fielder down to deep cover. So now he cannot bowl short. Anything short, and Hamid Khan will dispatch this yet again. Hasn't really timed this, but it is going to go into the gap. It's going to be a long chase. And a bit of soccer skills being shown down in the deep by Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Expensive over. 19 runs in the first 5 deliveries. Ronak Paroli, he has a perfect opportunity to really get back to his, I wouldn't say form. He's in excellent form. He's been consistently scoring runs for his teams. But just the last couple of games, he got starts and then threw away his wicket. Oh, this is high up in the air. He hasn't timed this all that well. But fortune is certainly favouring the brave. 21 runs in the first over of Zohair Iqbal. It's a massive over. Well, it's been absolute carnage out there in the first over. Dubai Royals, of course, one of the most destructive sides we have in this tournament. Of course, they do bat deep as well. There's a lot of batting to come. Not really chasing a big target as well. So at the moment, the match is pretty much in their grasp. And here is Irfan Yusufzai to be sharing the new ball alongside Zohair. Oh, what a shot this is by Hamid Khan. Clean connection, and it has disappeared yet again out of the park. No need to run. It's a maximum. And what a way to welcome Irfan Yusufzai. The swing of the bat of Hamid Khan. Such a dangerous customer, Hamid Khan, and is someone who really deals in boundaries and maximums. I did mention you wouldn't expect Hamid Khan to go out there, get settled, get used to the conditions. He doesn't really care or bother who's bowling, what kind of a surface is it, if it's a bowler's track, if it's a batting wicket. He does not care at all, Hamid Khan. There you go, another one. Make that another maximum to his name. Back-to-back maxis. Irfan Yusufzai cannot believe what he's witnessing. And again in the slot, and crack he goes. Downtown towards the V. It's into the orbit. It's gone for a mile. Another maximum. And these two seem to be unstoppable at the moment. And I did mention that it's a really good batting wicket, and these two are proving that even with the new ball, you can see there's not much happening. It's coming onto the bat so nicely, and it will always put you in a doubt whether to go for the variations with the new ball. I mean, it's just a second over. And if you're bowling variations in the second over, you're already in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's picked up the length so early. And he sent this soaring over the fence for another maximum. Make that the third six. Hamid Khan, what are you doing? Short, and yet again, it's from the middle of his bat. That's a clean connection. Gets another maximum. That's out of here. 6, 6, 6. What's next? What is Ronak Panoli telling him? Hamid Khan should tell him, let me just do what I'm doing. Ronak Panoli, you can go back to your non-striker's end. Whatever has come from Ronak Panoli, Hamid Khan, I'm sure he hasn't listened. He just said, yeah, mate, I'll do what you say. But surely he's going to come hard on this delivery as well. Are we going to see the fourth six on the trot? Nicely ball. That's a good delivery. Right in the block hole. But what an exciting start to this innings. And this is what this team is capable of. One of the most dangerous sides we have in this tournament. 40 runs already. And we are still into the second over. We've already seen a massive over. Zohair Iqbal was all over the place. But at times, when the batters of such class of Ronak Panoli and Hamid Khan, you really are short of answers. You're not really sure where to bowl to these men, because when they are in this kind of a mood, best of luck. Beautifully ball. That's a good delivery. Ronak Panoli smartly playing it. And again, talking about Ronak Panoli, I did say that he has already gotten off to flying starts. And this is where in the third or the fourth over, he just gets a little carried away and he's thrown away his wicket. But today he looks much more calm and composed. He's focused. He knows that he needs to get into form at the right time of the tournament. Flicked away nicely. Will only be a single to close out another huge over. It's 41 for no loss. Testing times here for the captain Sandeep Singh Sandhu. He's running out of answers very quick, very early in this run chase. Carved away nicely towards the point region. Excellent shot. And the ball has screamed towards the boundary in no time. It's such a beautiful timer of the ball. Look at the way the ball is raised to the fence. Nice little cut shot. Always wanted to play it aerial, intentionally going over the fielders. Gets a boundary. So now Anas Khan also is being targeted. They're not sparing anyone. No mercy whatsoever. And now there's advice coming from Hamid Khan. Ronak Panoli is someone who will listen. He's a very smart and a sensible cricketer. Well, this is pulled away. I don't really think he's gotten a lot of bat on this one. But lucky escape. He's gotten away with it. Could have gone anywhere. Could have ballooned up in the air. But in the end, they've taken only a single. Well, when you know that you have Hamid Khan on the other end, I think as a bowling team, whatever score you're defending, it just becomes so difficult to really stop this man from hitting the boundaries and maximums. He's a very explosive right-handed hard hitter. Yeah, that's much more like it. But the problem is, it's not all that easy to be very consistent to keep on nailing those Yorkers. The ball is new, the margin of error becomes minimal, you have to be spot on. And every time you try to bowl a Yorker, I mean, it's not an easy delivery to bowl. So if ever so you get your length wrong, it turns out to be a full toss or a half volley. And you don't want to be bowling those to Hamid Khan. Slashed away towards a point, but there is protection, will only be a single. They're running away with the show. Required run rate is below 7 runs per over because of the damage and the dent they've put to the bowling. These two out there, Ronak Panoli was sensational in the first over, and then it was the Hamid Khan show. Yeah, it's very exciting, I'm sure, for the fans every time when Ronak Panoli and Hamid Khan come on to bat. Pulled away once again, and with a lot of control. You can see that he never tried to hit this hard, Ronak Panoli. He knows where the fielders are. There's no deep mid wicket. They have a deep square leg. And also he read the fingers of the bowler. Hamid Khan tried to roll his fingers, but he's literally toying around with the field. What a brilliant start by the star of our UAE domestic cricket, Ronak Panoli. I've been seeing him since he was a kid, and he did show a lot of promise. He was always a fighter, and here he is now. Pulled away nicely. And it's gone for a maximum. What a brilliant stroke by Ronak Panoli. Just trusting his instincts, and he knows he's one of the strongest pullers of the ball. And he's pulled it away for a maximum. Another expensive over comes to the end. It's 57 for no loss. Yeah, I mean, Sandeep Singh Sandhi had to do something different, and he's realized that pace is his biggest enemy at the moment. 57 runs in the first three deliveries. That is unbelievable. Really, these two batters have taken the fast bowlers to cleaners. Zafir Yaseen, he's had a decent tournament so far. And he's been welcomed because this has gone a long, long way. It's launched into the orbit. And he has cleared it with utmost ease, has Hamid Khan. Look at the power he generates. And when he hits, it stays hit. So Zafir Yaseen now being targeted. And he needs to adjust his length. You cannot bowl full to Hamid Khan. He's going to make you pay all day long. Well, so far it's turning out to be a pretty much one-sided encounter because these two have gone absolutely berserk out there in the center. A lot of fireworks we've seen already. And it's the Hamid and Ronak show this evening here in Tolerance Oval. Crack he goes! Make that another maximum. That is an extraordinary stroke by Hamid Khan. And I can tell you it's a very difficult shot to execute. You don't see this much in a game of cricket. Somebody smashing it towards the extra cover, and it's gone a long, long way. Yeah, they are shell-shocked. They've gone quiet. I cannot hear anybody talking in the center. It's a pin-drop silence in the middle because these two are in a hurry. They want to win this game and try to chase down quickly. This is high up in the air. Has he got a lot of bat on this one? You bet he has. Another maximum for Hamid Khan. Unstoppable force machine. And this might just be the quickest 50 we will see in this tournament. Yeah, I feel for Zafir Yaseen. I mean, it's a bit too much to ask for from Zafir to come into bowl to Hamid Khan in the power play with the new ball with only two fielders outside the circle. It's just asking a bit too much. I mean, he's a quality bowler, Zafir Yaseen, but the only problem is that this wicket isn't helping the spinners or the fast bowlers. I did say it's a belter of a track, and I did mention that they need to get somewhere around 190, 200. Even if they would have gotten 190, 200, the score which they have at the moment, they would have easily chased down that as well. The way these two are batting. Are we going to see a Yuvraj special repeat? 3 sixes. What's coming next? Oh, that's going to be a wide. So make that 19 runs for the first 3 deliveries. Zafir Yaseen, he needs to just slow down the game a touch. Try to get to the nerves of Hamid Khan. Oh, he goes hard once again. Make that the 4th maximum in the over. It's a statement shot from the batter, and it's stonked here onto the windows of the comm box. Wow. He's raising his bat with pride because he knows he's played one of the innings of his life, and Zafir Yaseen, he's been taken to cleaners. That's gone for a huge maximum. Oh, this man can provide a lot of entertainment. Hamid Khan, it's the Hamid Khan show this evening. Take a bow. 51 in just 12 deliveries. And he is unstoppable at the moment. Dispatched! Make that the 5th 6 in the over. He has gone absolutely berserk here in the Tolerance Oval. And Hamid Khan gets another clean connection. Gets to his 5th maximum on the trot. Hamid Khan, can he get another maximum to make that 6 sixes in an over? Yeah, I mean, I feel for the men in the green. They're short of answers. They're not sure where to bowl to this man. And I did say that Hamid Khan, if ever so he's in this kind of a mood, best of luck. Well, this could be a special moment and an achievement if ever so he goes on to hit 6 sixes. It really takes a lot of skill, power, composure to get 6 sixes. It's not an easy job by any means. And Hamid Khan could be getting it this evening. Right then, already 5 sixes for Hamid Khan. Can he get the 6? This is the moment. Zafir Yaseen, don't ball full. Oh, he's missed out. He's missed out to a straighter one. He can see the funny side of it. But yeah, what excitement here by these two batters. 88 for no loss after 4. Well, it has been a breathtaking half an hour that we've witnessed. 88 in just 4 overs. Unbelievable. And now Ronak Panoli, he's done the right thing. He's given the strike back to Hamid Khan. 57 in just 14 deliveries. and I'm sure he's missed out to getting six sixes in an over. It was there to be hit. It was full. It was straight. I think he just got a little carried away and played it a bit too early. Beautiful ball. That's a very good delivery. Even Anas Khan was quite expensive in his first over. But yeah, Hamid Khan, I did mention he's a genuine match winner. He did miss out in the first two games, but the captain today stood tall, took the responsibility, and he's really turned on the heat here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, he's played a lot of cricket back in Dubai, back in Sharjah. But this wicket, I'm sure he's enjoyed this little outing. He's still out there. Smashes it towards the offside, gets another maximum. Well, he's dealing in only maximums, not interested in the singles and the boundaries. And that is just pure power and timing. We're not going to call this as an elegant stroke. It's Hamid Khan, the way he plays, I mean, really relies on his hand-eye coordination. And you can see that he's really hoisted it once again towards the cover region for another maximum. It's turning out to be a one-sided encounter. Yeah, the match it slipped out of their hand in the third over or the fourth over in the contest. You don't really see that much often in the game of cricket. Pulled away once again. Dispatched for another maximum. It's absolute carnage out there, and this man, he's unstoppable. He is a beast, isn't he? And he's standing as if nothing has happened. And Anas Khan is someone who can really bowl with a lot of pace, but he's not bothered. Whatever is coming in his way is at the moment coming into him and going out of the ground. Unbelievable striking. Unstoppable force. You need to slow down Anas Khan. In fact, he's given pace, and has that been put down? But nonetheless, another expensive over already. They're struggling. Even Anas Khan is smiling, and maybe at times you can just sit back and praise and applause as to what Hamid Khan has done. Because when he is in this kind of a mood, really it's very difficult to stop Hamid Khan. And that's not the first time I'm seeing him do this. This is the reason I was saying you need to get rid of him quickly. And now Ronak Panoli also joins into the act. Hasn't really timed this, and it's been put down. And who is the culprit? I think it's the captain himself, Sandeep Sandy. But yeah, you can clearly sense that they've given up. They've given away the game way too early, and that's all because they've gotten 104 in 5 overs. So we could witness a fastest 100 in this tournament. Zohair Iqbal was quite expensive in the first over, but yeah, he's running out of options. I mean, whosoever has bowled so far in this innings has gone to cleaners. And I don't blame them, really, at times when you even bowl good deliveries in the good length. But Hamid Khan is someone who can destroy your figures. Look at what they've done to Zohair Iqbal, and that was Ronak Panoli who did the damage initially in the first over. Zohair Iqbal, of course, he's a quality bowler. He's been around the domestic circuit for quite a while, but you need to be so accurate on these wickets where there's not much to offer for the bowlers. Now this is skied up in the air. Could be a wicket. Oh! Well, somehow his partner has held on to it because it was put down by Lahiru. Yeah, it wasn't an easy catch though, but eventually they've held on to it. Nonetheless, what a tremendous knock we've seen by Hamid Khan. He's getting standing ovation from his team, and why not? He's provided a great start to his team, and there's a lot of praise that he's getting from his teammate. It's 104 for 1. Well, just when you thought that you've gotten rid of Hamid Khan, look who's walked in number 3. Another destructive machine, Junaid Shamsu. Already he's gotten 90 odd runs in the last game, missed out to his 100. And here he is again. And I think he would want to continue the momentum. It's a tailor-made wicket for such kind of batters, these power hitters. Such a destructive side, really. And Zohair Iqbal finally getting a wicket to his name. Junaid Shamsu straight away just making his intentions pretty clear. He wants to go hard at Zohair Iqbal, not let him settle. Who would have thought that they will be 106 in the power play, and yet 4 deliveries to be bowled of the power play. Ronak Panoli on the other end, I think he should be looking to get to his 50. This is a great opportunity, 32 in just 13 deliveries. Umpires, I think they will just need to have a quick check on the ball. Junaid Shamsu, of course, didn't have the best of outing with the ball this evening, was slightly expensive in his 2-over quota. But now here he is, all eyes on his batting. Flicked away, will only be a single. Yeah, they didn't have the runs on the board. King of Sultans, of course, they've had a great start to this tournament, 2 wins under their belt, but today the challenge was a different one. It was quite surprising that they went on to win the toss, and Sandeep Singh Sandhi in deciding to bat first. I mean, chasing becomes much more easier. Under the lights, you can see there's hardly anything happening. It's coming out of the bat so nicely. No demons as of such on this wicket. Ronak Panoli, he's really hit this hard and he's launched this out of the park. Tremendous striking by Ronak. You can see that the pause, he waited because it was a cutter. It never really arrived to him, so he had to adjust. That just shows the quality of this batter, Ronak Panoli. Could have easily been through the shot early, but really read the trajectory of the ball and smashing it for a maximum. Missed out was a chance to get another boundary because there's no protection towards that area, towards the point region. There's no third man as well. They do have a deep extra cover, but Ronak only intended to play towards the point region where there's a big gap between the short third and the point fielder. Oh, this is miles up in the air. This is not going to be easy. Oh, he's taking a brilliant catch, keeping his eyes on the ball and taking it cleanly. But nonetheless, it's a very good effort by Ronak Panoli. He has put his team into a commanding position and getting valuable 38 runs in just 15 deliveries. We'll have to go back. It's 113 for 2. New batter at number 4 position, Gul, is walked into bat where there is no pressure whatsoever. And I don't really think Junaid Shamsu will just look to play along the carpet and try to just win the game in the next 7 to 8 overs. I think he'll try to finish it off as quickly as they can, because that's the way he plays, Junaid Shamsu, and he does realize this is a really good wicket to bat on. Irfan Yusufzai on the other end, you can see he too was quite expensive. 20 runs is what he's given because Hamid was severe against him. Nice little punch, but straight to the fielder will be a dot. Irfan Yusufzai on the other end, he's been struggling today with his run up and hasn't been in the greatest of his attitude, his performance. Would expect a lot better from Irfan Yusufzai. Quality bowler, usually does tend to pick up early wickets for his team, but today was a different story because Hamid Khan was in that kind of a mood that he was going against, or rather after, each and every bowler who has bowled so far. So they do have the firepower in the batting lineup. And I just did mention the first innings. You need to get somewhere around 180, 190 against this team. Otherwise, there's going to be a very minimal chance to win against them. Flicked away beautifully towards deep square, and it's raced away towards the boundary. What a way to open your account. Irfan just trying to go for the glory delivery, but Gul, he's very strong in those areas, gets a boundary to his name, opening his account in style. Well, it's a super Saturday here in Torrance Oval. So we've got back-to-back games lined up. This one is pretty much over. I think it's a pretty much one-sided encounter that we've seen. But then a big game coming up next. And that is one to watch out for. It's Gorilla 11 taking on Kelvin Cricket Club. Outside edge could be a catch. Oh, in fact, he's taken an absolute blinder. It's Sandeep Singh Sandy. Look at him go. And he's plucked this out of thin air. And what a catch for the captain. Nicely done. He's still showing as to how fit he is. He's taken a wonderful catch. It's 118 for 3. Irfan to bowl his last delivery of this over. Mayank Chaudhary, another experienced cricketer, of course. He is a UAE capped player, so all he needs to do is just stay out there and ensure he gets singles and make sure he gets Junaid Shamsu back on strike. 119 for 3. So here we'll look to continue. The only bowler who's found a lot of success so far, a couple of wickets to his name. I mean, these are really quality bowlers, Irfan Yusufzai, Zohair Iqbal, but at times you really need to just sit back and admire as to what the two batters they did in the start. Hamid Khan and Ronak Manoli really took the game away from the opponents very quickly in the contest. Hamid Khan, of course, who can forget that he was on the verge of scoring, or rather hitting 6 sixes in an over. Could have been a 37-run over because Zafir Yassin, he bowled a wide as well. Beautifully played. Nice little punch, front foot drive by Mayank Chaudhary. Another very stylish right-handed batter. So that's exactly I did mention in the first innings that they bat so deep. These batters. I mean, Dubai Royals. They've got batting to at least number 8, number 9. I think Abdul Ghaffar is someone who comes into bat at number 9. So you can imagine the depth they have in their batting lineup. Junaid Shamsu on the other end. Now, this could be a run out. Yeah, good call in the end by Junaid Shamsu. I think he was the one who just asked Mayank Chaudhary to stay where he is. Still 44 runs to win, but the problem is that they've got a lot of wickets. And I did say that they bat deep, so I think 90, I would say 98% of the match is in the hands of Dubai Royals. But yeah, I'm sure that they will be taking a lot of learning if ever so they go on to lose this game. I wouldn't say they will be taking experience because they're experienced side already. King of Sultans, they've got a lot of players who have played so much cricket here in the domestic arena, and also to add that they've gotten 4 points on the table already, 2 wins under their belt. Dubai Royals, if ever so they go on to win this game, so they're going to have 2 wins out of 3. Just a reminder for all the viewers, each team goes on to play 4 games, so it's always good to at least win 3 to ensure and cement a spot for the next round, for the quarterfinals. So it's a big game, of course, for both the teams in the next match. Dial Battery Gorilla 11, who have won a game, and that too against this side, of course, Dubai Royals. So just the 44 more runs required, plenty of overs to go, plenty of wickets in hand. We've already seen it's a pretty much one-sided encounter so far. Junaid Shamsu on the other end, I think, will look to blast any time soon. Played 7 deliveries. Beautifully balled. If ever so, they could have managed to bowl in those areas when Hamid Khan and Ronak Panoli were out there. The result could have been much different. That wasn't the case. They did struggle. The problem was they were bowling too short to Hamid and Ronak Panoli. And also, a lot of width was offered. So whenever you come out to bowl against the likes of somebody like Hamid Khan and Ronak Panoli, you need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy as to where you're going to bowl to them. You can't just run it and think that, oh, I'm just going to bowl into those good length areas. Oh, that's a horrid delivery. I think it's just slipped out of his hand and will be given as a wide. Yeah. So for somebody like Hamid Khan, you need to have your field intact. You need to have a proper planning before you come out to play a game. I mean, he's someone who will really go hard at you. I think the right approach when Hamid Khan is batting, you need to bowl it away from his arc. He'll always look to play towards the leg side. They could have had a deep point or a deep cover and could have bowled it away from his areas. Short towards the offside, and the variations could have come into play. That is what it would have forced Hamid Khan to really force the issue and play it from the offside towards the leg side. It's 122 for 3. Well, it has been one-way traffic since the match has started. It was a very dominant performance first with the ball. Wasim Akram bowled exceptionally well. Taimur picking up 2 wickets early on. Then, of course, who can forget Ronak Panoli was introduced at a stage where Anis and Sandeep Singh Sandhi, the captain himself, were looking to go all guns blazing. There was an excellent partnership being stitched between the two. But then Ronak Panoli, his magical arm came into equation and he picked up the wicket of Sandeep Singh Sandhi, got his team right back into the contest. It's very inspiring leadership by Hamid Khan. Of course, he's been given the role of a captain. The first game, of course, Lukman Faisal was leading the side. He's just resting for these games, and Hamid Khan, I think he's done exceptionally well already. A victory in the second game, and I think even this one pretty much should be done and dusted soon. Only 40 is what they need, and you've got 11 more overs after this. So far, a one-sided encounter. The next game is something to watch out for. Of course, the youngsters, Daila Battery Gorilla 11, I think one of the most impressive sides who've impressed us here in the com box specifically. They've done so well. Aditya Shetty, the Centurion, played a mature knock. Yeah, it's not the best of deliveries, and Junaid Shamsu goes high, using the pace of Anas and gets a maximum. Too short. Cannot be bowling there to Junaid Shamsu. He's going to make you hit and make you pay. So no troubles whatsoever, no pressure whatsoever. Junaid Shamsu can just try to get his personal milestone, quick 2025, and also could be a top contender to be the number one batter in this tournament, because he too has gotten a 94, if I can recall. Missed out to his 100 in the last encounter. Anas to continue. Junaid Shamsu once again goes here, but he's found the field and he's put it down. That was the easiest of chances and a very casual effort. It's a funny game. You never know. If ever so, you could have gotten rid of Junaid Shamsu and then another couple of wickets falling. There would have been a slight bit of panic in the camp of the Dubai Royals, but clear indications they've given up. That was really a poor effort. Should have been taken. Easy catch being put down. The attitude, that's not the right one. I mean, you need to give you 100%. If it was a tough chance, I understand. But you need to back your bowlers. You cannot drop these simple catches at this level. And now he's bowled a wide. So just 32 more runs required to get another couple of points. It's always safe to win at least 3 games out of the 4 you play to cement your spot in the next round. We've got some quality teams in this tournament. Of course, Abu Dhabi Smashers are having a smashing tournament. 2 wins already under their name. Then you have GHK Properties. They're having a great run in this, I wouldn't say in this season, I would say the last couple of years. I mean, they've clinched so many titles. I think they went on to win another title yesterday, if I can recall, maybe a couple of days ago. I'm not too sure, but yeah, they have won another tournament, and they did win another big tournament back in Sharjah Stadium lately. So that team is on a high. Of course, led by Rohan Mustafa and the services of Humaj Gondal, who's done extremely well for his team. It's 134 for 3. So no more spinners being introduced. Of course, Zafar Yassin, he's bowled exceptionally well in this tournament. But today, when you're bowling to Hamid Khan, it can happen to you. He didn't bowl all that badly. It's just that the in which Hamid Khan was in, it's very difficult to stop him. Now that is just pure power and timing by Junaid Shamsu. You can see hardly did he move his feet. It was more like a stand and deliver shot. And the wrist movement, very quick, fast hands. He's now in a hurry, Junaid Shamsu. What a tremendous striker of the ball is he. He too is someone who's got vast experience. He's been around the domestic circuit, I think, for more than a couple of decades. I remember playing a lot of cricket matches against him, with him, on those cement wickets. Imagine what he's doing on these wickets on turf. And now imagine what he would do on cement concrete wickets. He used to get hundreds for fun. Every time he used to come onto bat, we used to pray that this man, we need to get him early. Otherwise, forget it. On cement, to get this man out back in those days here in UAE, we used to play a lot of cricket in Quwain. I remember in Ajman. And Junaid Shamsu was an absolute beast. He was a powerhouse. It's so good to see, really, he's still out there. He's still enjoying the game of cricket. And what I really love about him, he's taking good care of him. His fitness levels, it just speaks volume. You can see he's really worked hard on himself. And I just praised Ronak Panoli that he's someone who should really be getting a call now for the UAE camp. He should be going on to play for the UAE soon. He really deserves it. And this is also one man, Junaid Shamsu. He too has been knocking on the doors of the selectors. He's been consistently proving what he's made of. Consistent performer for any side he goes on to play. But it's been so surprising that he hasn't gone on to being picked by any franchise. Hasn't played the ILT20 as well. This is one man I would really love to see in the UAE colours. At least for the T20 format. He could be such a handy batter. Balls well. It's a dot delivery. Oh, that has been picked away nicely, but just couldn't really time it as he would have wanted, but still gets a single and will be on strike in the next over. It's 143 for 3. back after the drinks break. 21 is all they need. It has been a pretty much a one-sided affair so far. It's all because of the two destructive batters, the two openers, Hamid Khan and Ronak Panoli. They were severe against any bowler who was introduced, and of course Zafar Yassin, who was exceptional in the first two games, but today he was very expensive. Gave five sixes and also bowled a wide 31 runs in one over. Here he is now being reintroduced into the attack. Good start. Just bowling it slightly shorter, knowing that Junaid Shamsu is someone who's not going to look to cut the ball, not the most strongest of cutters. Shot and been worked away for only a single. Mayank Chaudhary, he can just get his eye in the middle because, of course, he will play a vital role in the next games coming forward. Mayank Chaudhary, of course, one of the backbones of the team, hasn't really gotten much of chance because it's the top order batters who are doing the job and he doesn't really get chance to bat. The top order batters make life so easy because now you can see that Mayank Chaudhary, he's come out of a situation where the match is over. Only 20 is what they need. So maybe he can just middle the ball, time the ball, get a good feel of this track. That's going to be pretty useful and handy for him to come and play the next game in this tournament. Can afford to play a lot of dot deliveries, no problem whatsoever. Can get a bit of match practice. But yeah, need to be sure you don't ball him short and don't make him cut because Mayank is a strong cutter of the ball. Technically very correct is Mayank Chaudhary. And this time smashes it for only a single though, but an excellent over. This is a really good comeback by Zafar Yassin. That's exactly what I was mentioning. I mean, he didn't bowl all that badly. It's just that Hamid Khan was severe against him. Any delivery which he bowled, even in the good lengths, he was severe against him. And now bowls a lovely flighted delivery to close out and a quiet over. It's 145 for 3. New bowler being introduced is going to be someone who's had a great outing, of course, with the bat. Was the player of the match in the last game. Even today, he batted beautifully, got 70 odd runs for his team. I was batting in a situation where there was immense pressure. Wickets were tumbling left, right, and center, but Anis Sami, stood tall. He's really someone to be looked after and a certainly very exciting prospect. I'm not too sure, but there will be a slight bit of delay. Right then, it just looks like that the captain has made a last minute change, and it's going to be Tarindu Pereira. That's the right thing. Mayank Chaudhary wants to get Junaid Shamsu on strike. I don't really think Junaid will now hold back. He would target Tarindu Pereira, another exciting talent, right arm finger spinner. But the problem is the match is now pretty much over. No pressure as of sorts for either of the two batters. Hits it hard. I think he's got a lot of bat on this one. It's been tonked down the ground for a maximum. Clean hitting by Junaid Shamsu, and he's enjoying this outing. And look at from where he's picked his delivery. He was far away from him. That just is a testament to the fact he's a very powerful striker of the ball. Gets a maximum. 150 comes up. Just a couple of hits away to seal the deal now. Should be a wide. Yeah, in fact it is. So make that 11 runs is what they need. This has turned out to be a pretty much one-sided encounter. Ronak and Hamid running it with the show early in the first 6 overs. Oh, that's a monstrous hit. It's a biggie. Take that. Another maximum. Yeah, no doubt he's one of the most powerful strikers we have in the domestic arena. By far, Junaid Shamsu. He's enjoying this little passage of play. And why not? And goes hard once again. What a brilliant shot he's played already. There you go. That's big. It's huge. It's massive. And what a way to really seal the deal for his team. He's such an exciting talent, Junaid Shamsu. What a way to really win the game for his team. And in the end, Dubai Royals have won this game convincingly by 7 wickets, chasing it down way too early. And also that will really boost their net run rate, which will play a big part in the latter part of this tournament. Well, that's how innings panned out. You can see the destruction of Hamid Khan. Look at the strike rate, 368. That is abnormal. 10 sixes and a boundary to his name. And also Ronak Panoli playing a handy knock. And in the end, it was Junaid Shamsu show. 5 sixes, a total of 18 sixes we've seen in a span of 11.4. Incredible performance. Yeah, nothing to talk about really. I think all of the bowlers were taken to cleaners. None of them really could get on with their line and lengths. And you can see that Zohair Iqbal did pick up wickets, but he was expensive. Yeah, it was a struggle for all of the bowlers this evening. Match number 11 done and dusted. King of Sultans posting a decent target of 163. Anis Sami, yet again the top scorer alongside Javo, getting 33. Abdul Ghaffar, magnificent this evening. 3 wickets for him, 2 for Taimur. And in the end, Dubai Royals chasing it down in just 11.4 overs. Unbelievable. Hamid Khan was absolutely magnificent. 17, just 19. Junaid Shamsu and Ronak Panoli also amongst the runs. And Dubai Royals winning this game easily in the end by 7 wickets. We'll just take in a short break and we'll be back with a post presentation. Welcome to the post-match presentation of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. It was match number 11. Kings of Sultans winning the toss and batting first, scoring 163 in the allotted 20 overs. In reply, Dubai Royals chasing it down comfortably and have won this game by a huge margin, chasing it down in just 11.4 overs and winning by 7 wickets. It's now time to invite our match referee, Mr. Preetham, to please hand over the player of the match. It will go to the captain himself, Hamid Khan, for his brilliant 70 in just 19 deliveries, 1 boundary and 10 huge sixes to his name. Hamid Khan, कमाल की परफॉर्मेंस, क्या आपने ज़बरदस्त आज बारी खेली, ये तो बताएं लग कैसा रहा आपको ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस के बाद?
हाँ जी, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी इनिंग हुई और नॉकआउट से पहले आपकी एक ऐसी इनिंग हो जाए तो कॉन्फिडेंस आता है, तो अच्छा फील हो रहा था और बॉल अच्छा आ रहा था, तो बस मेरा एक नेचुरल गेम है जो उसी फ्लो में मैं खेलता रहा और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अच्छा परफॉर्म हुआ।
पहली इनिंग में आपने बहुत ज़बरदस्त कैप्टनसी की थी, लेकिन उसके बारे में बात नहीं करते, आपकी बात करते हैं बैटिंग की। 5 छक्के 6 छक्के नहीं लगे।
बिल्कुल, छठे पे भी मैं गया था बट वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं थोड़ा जल्दी आ गया, बट कोई नहीं, 5 भी छक्के ही होते हैं, बट अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अच्छी परफॉर्म हुआ और इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है कि नेक्स्ट मैच में भी ऐसे ही करके अपनी टीम को नॉकआउट में पहुँचाऊँ।
आखिरी सवाल, ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच आप किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच मैं अपने बेटे को डेडिकेट करूँगा, वो हमेशा ही मेरे साथ बात करता रहता है, पापा आज क्या किया, तो उसको डेडिकेट करूँ।
ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस हमीद खान, ऐसे खेलते रहे, बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द फ्यूचर गेम्स।
थैंक यू।
Well, that was the captain himself, Hamid Khan, with his glorious 70 runs. We're done and dusted with the post-match presentation, but don't go anywhere. Another action-packed game is lined up for you. Until then, stay tuned.